and welcome to the Show and Tell Show.
And tell.
My name is Masterpiece.
And I'm Ashley Sierra.
And we're going to describe some objects to you. Let's take a look at the first one.
Here she comes. I'm not quite...
Now, what's the name of the...
Well, let me just see here. This is from Kevin.
Kevin.
It says here that he is from the Whittier neighborhood. Cool.
Oh, yes, very fun neighborhood.
Very cool. Near Uptown.
Yeah, it's right there.
Where the kids are.
In between Uptown and Downtown. And
yeah.
There's all sorts of vibrant activities.
Lots of cool people near a freeway.
They drink a lot of coffee there. Well,
Lots of coffee.
Speaking of hanging out and drinking coffee, it's like a book.
Yeah.
There's a lot of coffee drinkers.
Coffee drinkers probably know this book very well because...
Oh, Understanding Dreams.
Because this is something that they do a lot. And here's the science. When you have a deep sleep, you're not dreaming. But when you are dreaming, you're in a lighter sleep. So coffee drinkers are caffeinated so much that they're actually just dreaming the entire night.
Someone recently told me a trick about the I think it's a half-hour nap.
20-minute.
20-minute nap?
Power nap.
Do you know what I'm talking about with the drink a cup of coffee before you take a nap?
No.
Oh, well, then you don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, I thought you were talking about power naps.
No, I was going to say drink a lot of coffee before a nap and you won't fall asleep probably. No, but there was seriously something, but I never read.
You just read the headline.
But there is a trick. Mm-hmm. I personally can't fall asleep when I love caffeine, and it's a problem for me.
It's a drug. People don't realize that it's a drug. This is not, I know you're laughing, but folks, listen.
I'm laughing because it's
nicotine.
An addiction, and it's very uncomfortable for me to talk about.
Yeah, you guys, if you saw Eric right now, you'd feel sorry for him because he's laughing, but it's clearly evident that he has a problem.
Yeah, and you'd probably feel bad about the caffeine addiction too, but there's other things you'd feel bad about.
You should see his face.
Yeah, I got old. I'm 40 now.
He's 40, folks. 40. Now.
Oh, there's more to this than meets the eye, it looks.
Kevin apparently reads about dreams in the dark because he has a light.
Yeah, here's my idea of what's going on. This book is not typical bedtime reading. This is typical in the middle of the night, wake up from a dream, look up what you just dreamt.
Right. That's exactly right. You know, I dreamt these birds. I was drowning in these birds, and there was, my teeth fell out, and there was hair in my mouth. What does that mean? Oh, because I'm going to fall back asleep here in a sec. I better figure it out now while I remember.
Perhaps you had hair in your mouth when you were dreaming.
Oh, that's
like
true. A lot of dreams, like sometimes I dreamt that I wet the bed, and I had. But sometimes... I just dream that, again, my teeth are falling out, which means I feel a lack of control in my life.
I have had I can't run very fast dream, and then I'll wake up and my sheets are tangled up in my legs.
Oh.
And then I realize that it's probably because my sheets were tangled up in my bed and I was trying to run in real life.
Yes.
And then I'm thinking, that's dangerous. What if I tried to kill someone in my dream? So that's when I stopped killing dream characters.
Wow, lock your doors, folks, because if Eric's asleep, he is a homicidal maniac.
No, I'm very peaceful within my dreams. Even if bad stuff's happening, I'm just like, no, because I might be not dreaming and I don't want to accidentally, murder someone.
Right.
Because I'm sleepwalking.
He locks the door from the outside. He has somebody come lock the door.
A latch.
And then they put just some peaceful sounds under the crack of the door. So that, he just stays calm while he's sleeping.
Yeah, I don't think
dangerous.
those help, but I like them anyway. Now, I want to look at this cover closer. I realized, I thought on the left there, I thought that was a goat. But now that I look closer, it's a faucet.
Easy mistake.
Well, the thing is, I've dreamt about goats, but I've never dreamt about faucets.
Right.
I've had a faucet keep me awake.
Oh, yeah.
But
it probably means I need to go to the bathroom. It's straight up like you look at the cover. What am I going to get from this book? Water. Go to the bathroom. Time. I'm getting old. Fish. Help me. I'm pregnant. I think that this is really Does this not evoke the surrealist movement?
Oh, it totally does. The checkerboard floor is key. And the open sky with no skyline, just a flat horizon line. But I also wanted to note one other thing about dreams. There's two things that I've noticed, at least in my dreams, that you can't do. One is read a clock.
Oh, I never tried.
And then two, I've tried. I've never had the dream control to try this, but apparently it's said that you can't adjust the lighting in your dream.
Never knew that.
No, I saw this in a movie once.
Please.
This was a Richard Linklater movie about dreams. It was kind of in the tune of Slackers, which is another Linklater movie, and I don't remember what it was called.
Neat.
I don't remember what it was called. It was pretty interesting, though. Especially if you're looking at wanting to talk about dreams, but they were talking about what you can't do in a dream. You can't adjust the lights. So if you're ever wondering if you're in a dream or not, try to turn off the lights. Try to flip the lights.
Brilliant.
If it doesn't work, you're in a dream. Then go nuts. Do whatever you want. Fly out the window.
Wow, that gives you a lot of license, because there are times when you can make your dreams come true and you don't even realize it because you think you're awake, but you're actually dreaming.
Yeah, I recommend
check it out.
I recommend trying this on two different lights, because one time I tried this and it turned out I was just in one of those rooms where the light switch adjusts all of the lights, so the lamp didn't turn on because the light switch was off.
Yeah.
And then I jumped out the window and broke my leg.
Oh.
So,
I remember that.
At your own discretion, Minnesota.
Yeah. And he couldn't get a cast. Remember that?
Yeah. That's a whole
Let's not even get into that.
other story.
Sad healthcare system. All right.
Okay,
well, we are going to get to the next
We're
thing.
going to wrap this up. Kevin, thank you. This is the exact kind of thing I love. I love this kind of stuff.
Thank you, Kevin.
At first, when I saw it was just a book, I was like, but
Yeah.
it really turned out to be a real conversation starter. So thank you, Kevin.
Yes. It's not snooze you lose, it's snooze you win.
Yeah. All right. Oh, this one looks tasty. Wait. Oh, that's just for first glance.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was a bunch of cheese.
Yeah, it looked like, I thought it was like some little sucky candies from
Ooh, yummy, yummy.
Grandma, from Norway or something.
Grandma Norway, we miss you. Okay, so looks like, I'm not really sophisticated enough to understand this setup here. Let's take a look.
Yeah, it's...
I think I know what this is. I think I know.
I see what this is.
Oh, that's better, isn't it?
I see there is cheese. You were right about the cheese.
Yeah.
That's confusing a little bit.
Sure it is. I mean,
yeah.
because there's metal things. I don't think that's cheese. Doesn't look like something I'd eat. I think this is what I'm looking at, okay? This is an old-timey pen. This is what they used to use in a one-room schoolhouse, and they would write on their primers.
And professionals in offices also had to use these too.
Yeah, to balance the ledger.
Yeah. Writers, everyone.
Oh, yeah. I bet Shakespeare probably used something like this. Maybe just a feather even. If you ever, when you...
Oh, yeah. The feather had the hole at the bottom of the... Yeah,
Right.
because you could fill the hollow part of the feather with ink.
Yeah. So, yeah, I would say this is definitely a pen. And that stuff there on the left...
It's an inkwell.
That's an... Oh, I didn't know that was the word for it. Yeah, that's an inkwell. And so I was thinking,
there might be a better vessel that is more professionally called a well, but I would call that an inkwell.
It's about as close to an inkwell as I'm going to get in my lifetime.
If you dunk the pen into it, then it's an inkwell.
Yeah. And if you don't dunk the pen in it, I don't know what it is. I was going to say, if you ever find a seagull feather or a pigeon feather or just any old dirty old feather, you can use that as a pen. And then you should wash your hands afterwards because it might have germs on it. But you can use it, And
as a kid, whenever I found a feather, the first thing I would mimic is writing like I was John Hancock or something.
Yes.
Signing a
He's the
declaration.
original inventor of the signature, right?
He's not the inventor, but he did have a stunning signature.
Now, yeah, I guess I never really thought much about it. I've been inside the building of which he is named after him.
In Chicago, the tall one.
Yeah, the Windy City, the tall building in the Windy City.
Yeah.
I don't know though if that was really what he had in mind when he wrote his signature.
No, I don't know. I think what I've heard is that he's remembered as one of the signers of the
President States.
Finish what you're going to say, and I'll. What's the answer? And then
the United States.
Yeah, and it was his signature that made him famous.
Was it better than the others?
The Bill of Rights,
the Declaration of Constitution, Magna Carta.
No, it's one of those.
One of those important.
Declaration of Independence, I think it was. And,
yeah. Did you notice, Eric?
I noticed that this was made in, is that Massachusetts? Leeds?
Oh, that makes sense. The ink, he's referring to the inkwell.
Yeah,
as we've called
I like
it.
to read the fine print and get some.
Smart.
Sometimes you get some information from there. I get this habit from watching old movies, and at the end of the movie, sometimes that's the only way to figure out how to tell what year the movie was made. Mm-hmm. It's also how I know how to read Roman numerals.
Ah, yes. Hey, we would be doing a disservice if we did not mention who sent this. And guess what?
Oh.
His name is John.
John.
Isn't that funny?
Well, there you go.
There you go. Just like his John Hancock.
Oh, yes.
John can write his John Hancock.
Yes. Now, I notice, I just figured this out. On the brie container, I now understand what the brie container is for.
Sure.
It's not for cheese. It says, if you were to flip your TV upside down.
Nope.
No, I mean, keep it, there. It says pen tips.
So is that what those things on the right are?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, I didn't think about that. I just thought it was garbage.
I would assume they're different sizes.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, I think they're different sizes. Maybe some have color in them. Maybe some, or glitter or something. I don't know what the difference is, but it's got to be something spectacular. Why else would you buy them?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for this object.
Well, let's take a look at our third
Thanks a lot, John.
And, John, yes, thank you. And I just want to add John is 15. And I just wanted to say that it's good to see some of the younger kids taking up some of the older crafts.
Yes. Calligraphy.
I remember when I was in school, we were just, they hammered cursive writing in. Mm-hmm. We just had to learn cursive. They said, when you get to middle school, you're going to have to know cursive.
Yeah.
And when we were in middle school, they said, when you get to high school, you're going to have to turn in your work in cursive. And then in high school, they said, keep writing in cursive. And then I got to college, and they said, no handwriting. Everything must be typed.
12-point font.
Yeah.
No
double spacing.
Yeah, don't try a 13-point font on us. Yeah, no double spacing. Come on. Get your margins right. All right, thank you, John.
Thank you, John. And we're back.
Thank goodness.
Look at this one.
Okay.
All right, who sent this one in?
It looks like this is from Cassie in... Bryn Mawr. Bryn Mawr. Sorry, I have a hard time pronouncing it because there's not enough vowels in it.
Oh, yeah. She always used to say Brian Moore because she thought it was some dude's name.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not some dude. Well, maybe it is. Actually, I don't really know.
So from Bryn Mawr.
Classy area.
Yeah, classier part of town. I see they're still wearing the silken gloves.
Yes.
In Bryn Mawr.
You have to wear them to school there.
Yeah, the age of socialites is still alive in Bryn Mawr.
Yes. This is actually, I think, this is probably a debutante glove. Let's take another look.
Yeah, that's what I was, the socialite.
Coming of age sort of ceremony that every woman should have if she's going to become a woman. Otherwise, you're going to always be a lady or a girl.
Let's not leave out the drag queens.
Okay, right.
We don't know who this Oh, wait, we do know who this belongs to.
Yeah, it belongs to
Cassie.
Cassie.
Yeah, not really a good drag queen name.
Yeah,
Cassie.
you know,
unless there's like a punny last name. Like Cassie Lady or something like that.
Oh, you are either on to something or on something. So,
Apology accepted.
this is, I'm a little surprised at the quality of the fiber here. It looks like polyester or some kind of artificial cloth.
I like how it shimmers.
It does shimmer. It has good shimmer quality. I'll give it that. But, you know, it doesn't seem very refined, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
You know what? I think this might call for some manipulation. We get one manipulation object.
Totally.
May I?
Oh, I would love that,
I don't know. I hope. See, this is the thing. I want to put the glove on, but I don't want to go out there and find out this doesn't fit my hand. But I'm going to go anyway. I have my hands are long, but they're thin.
They're slender.
So they're slender, so I don't think I'll rip anything.
They're slender.
I'll be able to get them in at least. So I'm going to test it out and see.
All right. Well, Eric's going to
listen to
go
Ashley.
test it out. I will not make any O.J. Simpson jokes about the glove fitting, but I'm really close. Yeah, so here we go. We got Eric is trying the glove on. Notice how long that is. That's long. It's going to keep your arm warm. Shockingly, it fits. Oh, that is nice. You know, there is the lost art of hand modeling, and apparently Eric's not familiar with it. Oh, but this is kind of like hand dancing, which I have seen on my travels into Southeast Asia. Yes. Oh, well, there you go. There you go. So this is really a great glove if your forearms are cold a lot. What did you think, Eric? How did it feel when you had it on your skin?
Yeah, you're right. The fabric is kind of cheap.
Okay.
It really
That's a
felt
shame.
like it. I thought it was going to be classy, but it kind of tore a little. I heard like a couple seams crack.
Ooh.
And it wasn't because of my arm. It was just kind of
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap. Let's face it.
But
But, it does the job. If your forearms are cold, just put it on.
Yeah.
And Cassie, well, now, was this a left-handed glove or a right-handed glove? I wasn't quite sure.
it was, I believe, a left-handed
Left, L.
glove.
Do the L. Cassie, I'm going to take it that Cassie is left-handed. Here's why.
Oh.
She's always having to take the left-hand glove off to use her cell phone or to write stuff or pull something in her keys out of her purse.
Oh, yeah, because the soft fingers get in the way.
And then you'd be biting the tip of the glove, to pull it off. You'd be biting on the tip of the fingers to pull it off, but you'd have to keep pulling because it's like, that's a good foot and a half almost, I'd say, of fabric.
Oh, yeah, that is
Easily.
I would say a foot and a half is a good estimate as to the length of this glove.
I mean, when you've been doing this show this long, you get pretty good at guesstimating. Yeah, I think that
It's a good shot of
Cassie,
the material.
yeah, you can kind of really get a feel for it here. Was it soft?
Yeah, it feels like what you expect it to feel like, but it is not very elastic.
Oh.
It's kind of a costume material. It's it has the shimmer to it, but the material is not comfortable to wear.
Mm-hmm. Now, because it's hard to tell here from the shadows, how clean is this glove? It's white. Maybe I wouldn't wear white gloves, to be honest.
It is pretty clean, I have to say. It after putting it on, and I did hear a seam break, it was kind of old. I think the material seemed kind of old. You know how fabric, you can kind of tell when it's kind of
it
past
kind of
its
just
prime.
disintegrates.
It had a bit of that feeling to it, but it was surprisingly clean. Like it didn't have dirty finger marks on it. It looks like nobody used it to test if the kids cleaned their room in a strict nanny kind of way.
Oh yeah,
Sliding the
test
finger
the dust
along
on the top. Yeah, exactly. I think that Cassie probably has the other glove in her cedar box of treasures.
That's the real
for memories, and then she sent the other one to us, and we're honored because it's not every day that a girl becomes a woman.
Yeah, and it really is. I love when there's half of a set, a part of a set.
Yes, it's like
Because we wonder where the other set parts are, and it's fun for us.
exactly. That's it. It's like best friend necklaces. It's like we're the other glove, and she has a glove, and if we were to unite, we could put them together and shake hands or something or hug.
You could, become a one, like a Voltron.
Now, this, by the way, I imagine you would not want to use as an oven mitt. Or
No.
because this
is not an of glove.
It's not an of glove. This is going to melt on your skin. Unless you want to permanently have this glove on your skin, don't use it in your oven.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. We don't need to put
And by
warning
the way,
stickers
of glove
on this.
is a product that I neither endorse nor not endorse. I am completely indifferent, and it is merely something I am aware of on TV. So, of glove people, you can't touch me.
Can't touch them. Now, you know who else wore one glove? I don't need to say, but gloves evoke a lot of famous celebrities. Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, yeah.
And maybe she's a Michael Jackson fan, and I don't remember which hand he wore the glove on. So I don't know if she gave us the Michael Jackson glove.
I actually think it was his left hand.
Oh, well, thank you, Cassie. We are honored.
That's my, I guess I want it to be the left hand.
Yeah, he wouldn't be caught dead in this glove, though.
He did change gloves. He wore just kind of an arm brace for a while, I remember.
Oh, yeah. Did he have carpal tunnel or?
He had the same, when I had a wrist problem, I had that kind of thing, and he had a bedazzled version of it.
Nice. I wonder if they sell those.
The Bedazzler is a product that I'm aware of that I neither endorse nor not endorse.
Right.
So you can't touch me, bedazzled people.
You can't touch them with your bedazzles. You can't touch them with your gloves. This is an innocuous object that we're dealing with.
We're completely neutral here on public television. You can't touch us.
There's nothing going on here. We feel nothing about this. All right. Well, we're going to go on to the final object. Oh, gosh. It makes me sad.
Yeah. Here we go. All right. Look at this. Who has sent this one in?
This is from Carolyn.
Carolyn?
That's a nice name.
Ah, yes. Carolyn comes from Standish. Standish, Erickson. That's a neighborhood with a complicated name.
Yes. I barely know where that is.
I believe that is, if you know where Roosevelt High School is, it's sort of in South Minneapolis. Have you ever been to the Baker's Wife Bakery, one of my favorite donut shops in town?
Not open on Mondays, folks.
No, nor is most bakeries. It is in Standish, Erickson.
Ah, yes.
That neighborhood.
Nice.
Yes.
So
very nice. Another nice neighborhood.
Yeah, Carolyn, we love where you live. We are happy you live there. Now, what's going on with you, though? Why did you send all of your chapsticks to us?
Yeah.
That's trade name, sorry. Lip moisture balms. Lip balms.
Ointment, I'm reading on one of the things.
Yeah, mouth ointment. It does
look like she has a selection of different brands, which is good. I always encourage people to test out brands and decide for yourself what you like.
Yep. Oh, absolutely.
Don't let a commercial or your friends tell you what you need to do.
No.
Try out what you want,
Susie chapstick, forget it. Skiing. And you know what, I kind of am noticing a theme here.
Okay.
What flavor is all this? Nothing flavor.
Oh, yeah. There's no fun cherry or watermelon or anything.
Yeah.
Plain.
Except for the only flavor I would say is medicinal.
Well, the blue one. This blue one that's kind of...
We can't smell it from here, so we'll just let you know that first off.
Let's check out some of the other shots. I want to see if this blue one is a flavor. I'm hoping for blueberry. If there's a blueberry flavored chapstick, I will buy the blueberry flavored chapstick.
Wow, really?
Yeah, but
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
I'll test it out and see if it's just a regular old...
Yeah, I think that one might have like a UV protection, which is important. People don't realize you have to protect your lips too from the sun's rays.
Yeah, a lot of skiers get sunburn on their face because they forget about that.
Yeah, and they get goggle eyes.
Yeah, they get goggle eyes and they look ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, good for you. You ski, and you still have the tags on your jacket. I get it.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing, the tags on the jacket.
Let's not even.
No, but
This
I
is a
think
positive show.
I think we all agree with that.
Yeah,
like,
we do.
Nobody
all agree.
cares.
We all agree.
The ski hills aren't going to be like, hey, you got some tags. Come on in. You don't need to pay.
Yeah.
That never happens.
That's silly. You know what else I'm seeing here is that somebody got hungry and tried to eat their chapstick. You can't. It won't nourish you. Do you see that in the upper left there? It just looks kind of chewed on.
Oh, it looks like it maybe it melted or something, I thought.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes it gets melted and then it gets reconstituted.
Yeah, it's kind of doesn't form into that shape, that uniform shape that looks so nice.
Mm-hmm. But you can still turn the turny knob and it'll come up.
Just because of the nature of the show, these arrangements are sometimes very elaborate and there's details that we tend to overlook.
Mm-hmm.
And I notice that here on the right below that blue one and kind of in the bottom-ish corner, there's a wrapper of what is it. This does not look like it's just been left there. It looks like it's part of the display.
Yeah, our producer, when they set this out.
Is it origami?
It is everything you send us. And I think that it's just like a piece of garbage or something.
It got
Let's see
mixed
if
in
a
there,
further view actually gives us a better idea.
Okay, that does not, but it does.
It does give us a different perspective on the lip moisturizers, the mouth balms.
Yeah, I do see the one that was standing seems to be a promotional free thing from an event that I happen to be aware of.
Yeah, it's a very big event for people in the Standish Erickson neighborhood. I guess not.
No, I was talking about the SAG-AFTRA, as the Screen Actors Guild. I work at a theater, and we had those folks in, and they were handing out promotional chapsticks, and I also ended up with one of them. And
free chapstick. Who's gonna?
Yeah, the problem was it wasn't that great, but it was pretty standard, so, you know.
Did you try eating it?
No.
Don't eat that stuff. I gotta just...
Did you eat the...
I'll admit that I kind of did see this on the producer's desk, and I was just curious.
I thought it was kind of weird that you said it
I'm
looks
really
like
sorry.
A bite had been taken off, and I was thinking that was a very specific...
Okay, I did it.
In the know thing to... Now, look at camera 2. I just want to see...
Okay.
We're still talking about this there.
There it is. Oh, that's a great view.
On the bottom left-hand corner, it is definitely not origami. It does not look like any kind of shape that anyone would intentionally fold a piece of paper into.
Yeah, although if I had to venture a guess, it would be the Olympic torch.
Yeah, from this angle, I thought from the other angle it looked like an Adirondack chair, like maybe a tiny, giant Adirondack chair. Maybe we could set up in front of an office building in Minneapolis, color it green.
By kids who are in trouble, built by them.
Those Adirondack chairs were inner city kids made them in the 90s to keep them off the street. And it was a thing, and now those ugly chairs are out there, and they're ugly.
Thank you to all of those who made those chairs.
Yes. Thank you to the makers of the chairs. Now we need some inner city kids to remove the chairs, to take them down. And I don't mean to vandalize them. I just mean
just
like
disassemble and learn those skills.
Or build a different something that looks better than an Adirondack chair, or something more Minneapolitan. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that. Maybe just a big sailboat.
But our producer is signaling us.
Oh boy, here we go again. Oh, it's the end of another show.
The end of another show. We're gonna miss you.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you too.
We love you, Minneapolis.
We love you to death.
Keep watching, and you know what time our show is on. Neither do we. Just keep watching MTN, and we'll be on eventually. See you later.
Bye-bye.